Everything amazing about the universe is inside of you, and the two are perfect and inseparable. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Tara, and I am the seminary student here at the chapel, and as always, it's an honor to be your speaker today. If you please rise and join me in singing our opening song, Come, Now is the Time to Worship, and remain standing for the prayer of invocation, followed by us praying the Lord's Prayer. If you please join me in prayer. Infinite Creator of all that ever could be imagined, we are grateful for the opportunity to gather together inside these blessed walls to worship as one family of light. We welcome all, both seen and unseen, those present in the chapel and those joining us from home. During this time of worship, may we all be blessed with open minds, open hearts, and open ears, opening ourselves to the glorious vastness that is the creation of life. Knowing that we are made in the perfect divine image of God, perfect just as we are, flaws and all. Feeling the vibrations of joy, happiness, wisdom, and understanding that guide the adventures we all experience every day. As we embark on the adventures of uncovering the stories that we tell ourselves, may we be open to hear the guidance and love that is offered to all within our time together here today. We take this time to pray for each other and the families we represent, both seen and unseen. We pray for all those whose names have been placed on our prayer lists, for those in hospitals, nursing homes, hospices, those who are alone and those who are without homes, and those who have no one to pray for them. We as a collective family pray for all souls everywhere. We pray that during this time of worship that each heart be touched and illuminated with thy loving light and infinite wisdom. Let us now affirm this by praying the prayer of the Master Teacher Jesus. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated. Now is the time that we declare our declarations of principles. This is the foundation of our belief system, and it'll be up there on the screen. We believe in God as infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We believe in personal responsibility and that we create our own happiness or unhappiness as we live in harmony or discord with natural, physical, and spiritual laws. We affirm that the existence and the personal identity of the individual continues after leaving the physical world. We affirm that communication with spirit is a natural experience and is demonstrated through mediumship. We affirm that examples of prophecy and healing found in the Bible and other sacred texts are divine attributes found in all people. We believe that the highest morality contained in the Golden Rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is always open to any soul here or hereafter. Our special music today is entitled I Am Enough by Fearless Soul. So I just ask that as we prepare for this meditation that you open yourself up and you're relaxed and that you're ready to receive the powerful message that's contained within the lyrics.
was searching, I was looking for meaning. I was wondering, desperately trying only to see I have nothing missing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. My motivation can't be validation. I'd always be starving for more affection, the wrong attention, only to feel like I am nothing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Oh yeah. I have nothing to find and everything to feel. Only I can define what is meaningful to me. Even when I am feeling so breakable, I tell myself to believe I am valuable. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Yeah. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Yeah. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. I was searching, I was looking for meaning. I was wondering, desperately trying only to see I have nothing missing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin?
Not all who wander are lost. From that space where you have allowed yourself to be, take a deep breath in and slowly release, allowing yourself to sink deep within the space of your being. Feel your breath in and out, feeling the present feelings of this moment right now. feeling calm, safe, and at peace in this space. Begin to envision a beautiful glowing silver mirror forming in front of you, beautiful and majestic, just as you are. Take notice of all the intricate fine details of the mirror, the frame, the size, and the clarity of the reflection reflecting back at you. Peering into the mirror at the reflection of yourself, what do you see? How do you feel about the reflection looking back at you? Peering a bit deeper into the reflection, open yourself up more to the narrative that you feed yourself. Ponder the story of your life and the beliefs that you hold about yourself. Who fed you this narrative? Why do you believe this about yourself? How do these feelings limit you or uplift you? The majestic mirror begins to fade away as a bright, beautiful, loving, golden, sparkling light begins to descend from above. Entering the top of your head, settling in the crown, swirling with the purple light emanating from the crown chakra. Watch these two colors dance and swirl, becoming brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, I am connected to the divine source. I am guided by a higher power and inner wisdom. I am worthy of love from divine energy. The golden light begins to descend, traveling down into the third eye, swirling and mixing with the serene color of indigo. The colors dancing, becoming brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, my mind is open to an awareness of myself. I am wise, intuitive, and connected to my inner guidance. I am able to see and act in alignment with my divine purpose. Descending down, the sparkling light enters into the throat chakra, mixing and dancing with the blue energy center, growing brighter and brighter. As you affirm, I am aligned with my highest truth. I communicate with love and honor. I always voice my opinions in a calm, considerate, and loving way. Flowing effortlessly, the golden liquid enters into the heart. The golden and green colors mixing, moving, dancing, swirling, flowing as one, growing brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, my heart is open to receive the energy of unconditional love. I find love everywhere I go. The power of love is inside me. The golden light trickling down into the solar plexus, dancing and swirling, mixing with the beautiful yellow energy center, becoming brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, my will and divine will are one. I am ambitious, capable, and powerful. I am worthy just as I am. The golden liquid light flows down and enters into the sacral chakra. The golden and orange colors mixing, moving, dancing, and flowing. growing brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, I love all dimensions of myself. I nurture myself emotionally and take full responsibility for my own happiness. I am healing old wounds from the past. I release trauma and keep the blessings. Descending down, the sparkling golden light enters into the root chakra, dancing within the passionate red energy center, growing brighter and brighter. Affirm to yourself, my body, my mind, and my spirit are grounded. I am confident, I am grateful, I belong, I am enough, just as I am. The sparkling, flowing golden light exits through your feet, flowing deep into the earth, connecting you completely from the heavens above to the earth below, taking with it all the negative thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and the lies that you tell about yourself. Burying them deep into the earth, leaving them to be transmuted into the highest pure energy of love. The mirror begins to reappear before you with a renewed, vibrant, lighter reflection of you. Gazing at this new reflection, hear these words whispered from the deepest inner parts of yourself. Rather than worry what others think, I choose to live my life for me. In every way, I am already enough. I choose to cultivate positive thoughts about myself. I am allowed to have needs and express them. I choose to be kind to myself and others I share my life with. Rather than follow the expectations of others, I choose the path that's right for me. I owe nobody an explanation for my path and the choices I choose to make. I love who I used to be, I love who I am now, and I love who I'm becoming. When I look back on the past versions of myself, I feel gratitude. Taking time for self-care is not the same as being selfish. Sometimes I feel emotionally turbulent. That's okay. I allow and give permission to myself to feel all things. They are my teachers. My own self-approval is worth more than the approval of others. When I look at my life, it's incredible how much I've grown. I walk through the world feeling loved by myself and by others. If I want to change, that's okay, but I don't have to change in order to be loved. I'm allowed to set boundaries and expect others to respect them. My voice deserves to be heard, and my feelings deserve to be shared. I am worthy of forgiveness. I choose to forgive myself, and I choose to forgive others. I notice what feels like an obligation in my life, and I release myself from those bonds. I choose to associate with people who make me feel better and allow me to be me. I allow those who don't to drift away. Although I've made mistakes, those mistakes don't define me. I have something of value to give to the world just by being me. I am love, I am light, I am that I am. And so it is. As it is time to return to the chapel, please wait till the lights are up before opening your eyes. The title of today's lecture is Flaws and All, and our scripture comes from 1 Corinthians 3:16 and Matthew 5:48 from the Lamsa translation of the Bible. Do you not know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you? Therefore you become perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. The tiny acorn contains all the elements of the giant oak tree. Likewise, we contain all the attributes of God. Flaws and all, we are made in the perfect divine image of God. In fact, our flaws can be viewed as a path to greater enlightenment when we move beyond our negative emotions and view the past through the eyes of wisdom and love. One truth that is unveiled to each of us at some point during our earthly walk is to know that we are enough and everything that we need is within us. We know we have nothing to prove to anyone but ourselves. Nor do we owe anyone an explanation for the decisions that we make on the path that we choose to walk. All too often, many of us struggle with the idea of self-worth, always wondering if we're good enough. We measure ourselves based upon the expectations of others and how we relate to someone else's ideas of who, what, and where we should be in our lives. Self-worth is the internal sense of being good enough to be worthy of love and embody that sense of belonging we all desire. Self-worth is often confused with self-esteem, which relies on external factors, such as successes and achievements to define our worth, and can often be inconsistent, leading us to struggle with feelings that we're not good enough. Whereas it is important to have a solid understanding of our strengths and areas for growth, we need to feel worthy, even in the midst of perceived mistakes or if our plans go awry. Let's be brutally honest here. Human life is messy. So many crazy things can be thrown at us that test our ability to control our lower emotions and thought forms, all for that almighty soul lesson we are currently navigating. We make mistakes. Not a single one of us can cast a stone. For each choice that we make and the subsequent outcome determines who we eventually become, by the meaning we assign to the event or the emotional energy that we invest in it. Embodying I am enough means we accept our flaws and all and learn from them. It doesn't mean that they're shortcomings. It means that they are lessons, areas for growth. Our flaws don't define us. We shouldn't overlook our flaws and imperfections. It's a means to see them for what they are and work with them to learn the lesson that they are teaching. One of the hardest lessons is the act of self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is about accepting our humanness and our lower vibrational reactions for what it is. By taking personal accountability and accepting that we have hurt others and ourselves, we learn to open the gates of grace and unconditional love. We have all hurt the ones we love the most, including ourselves. I think Paulo Coelho said it best. What hurts us is what heals us. Forgiveness is a divine quality that dissolves and transmutes negative energy into emotional and physical healing. Self-forgiveness is the process of reconciliation and atonement with oneself. Coming to terms and gaining an understanding that we all have shortcomings. But those shortcomings do not dictate our self-worth. Oftentimes, the places within us that we don't want to go are the exact places that holds the keys to our next level of healing and transformation. The place that we are in today and the person we are right now is no mistake. We are divine children of God, and surely each of us is unique, and we are enough just as we are, flaws and all. We don't have to prove anything to ourselves or anyone. Our validation comes from within, in the space where God resides. Placing our validation into the hands of others devalues our own feelings, devalues our own divine path, and can lead us to give up our power to others and the inner critic within us. Giving away our power means that we don't believe that our feelings and thoughts are valid. It means we allow negative influences and negative self-talk, instilling a belief that we are not valuable and we will never be good enough just as we are. When we allow negative influences from others and ourselves to reign supreme, we lose a part of ourselves. Gaining the feeling that we cannot be our true authentic self or allow our voices to be heard. Always wondering how we will be interpreted by those around us. This stops us in our tracks from reaching our full divine potential and living the truths that we find along our way. Giving away our power might mean we allow others to define our self-worth instead of defining it for ourselves. It could mean that we may change our minds and behaviors based on others' perceptions and opinions, or because we feel guilty for having the feelings that we do. Loving and honoring ourselves is an important lesson, for if we can't love ourselves unconditionally, how can we unconditionally love someone else? We're not put on this earth to be liked or accepted, but to walk a path of truth and love. We are each here to fulfill a divine purpose. It may be unbeknownst to us what that purpose is, but knowing that we are valuable and enough will guide us on the right track. In the end, seeking approval from others can leave us feeling lost. But when we learn to accept ourselves, it leads us to the feeling of unconditional true love that we all deserve. A few years ago, I was listening to a podcast entitled, "Was Jesus an Alien?" No, we're not going to go into that theory right now, but the host brought up a very interesting point that led me down a rabbit hole of research and thought. Now just stay with me on this one and have a little bit of an open mind. She was making reference to the missing years of Jesus in the Bible. We all know his life goes from childhood to adulthood, glancing over any mention of those missing years in the middle. It's theorized that Jesus had spent these missing years in the East, studying the mystery schools, meditation, and completing some intense inner self-work that he would have needed to do and complete to achieve to become the master teacher that he was sent here to be. Now, there is more to this theory, but it's a lot, and I encourage you to seek that knowledge on your own time, if and when you are ready. Because I can personally tell you, it can send you into a tailspin. Through subsequent research, I was led to the story of his temptation in Matthew chapter 4, where Jesus was led into the wilderness. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and then was tempted 3 different times. Naturally, Jesus overcame the temptations, and it's considered in some circles to be the very beginning of his ministry. Now, although this story is about the temptation of Jesus, there is another nugget of truth that is buried under the surface if our eyes are open to see it. We see in the Bible that Jesus is so secure with who he is that even when the enemy attacks, his sense of self-worth, like in Matthew chapter 4, carried no weight because Jesus knew exactly who he was, and what he was sent here to do. It is through his inner work and understanding of his divine mission he gained the true understanding of his worthiness, knowing who and what he really is, along with the strength and power to walk and teach God's divine truth. Like the OG spiritual savage, our master teacher, we too can take the steps to reach the place within where we know our worth and strengthen ourselves through our own validation. And just to put it out there, it is not narcissistic to do so. First, we must connect with ourselves and to the divine to embark on a path of understanding, healing, and transformation. Inner work is not easy, and many times it's not fun. Most of us don't want to face the darkest parts of ourselves or own up to our own shortcomings. But it is through facing this dark place within and feeling the emotions that are attached to it, we learn to hold ourselves accountable. Learning to accept the lessons associated with those feelings and ultimately letting them go. But the biggest part of this is calling our power back and changing the narratives that run through our heads. Taking action to rewrite the stories we tell ourselves daily. And boy, do we tell ourselves some wild stories. Do you not know that you are the temple of God and that the Spirit of God dwells within you? Therefore you become perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. We are given the gift of co-creation, so why not use it to rewrite the stories we tell ourselves? Part of the joy is the freedom to tap into our highest self and create a better reality rather than being enslaved to our own imposed narratives. God shares power with man and creative capabilities. The creative capabilities that birth the galaxies into existence exists within us. Understanding how powerful our thoughts are, why would we ever throw away our personal power and entertain another negative thought ever again? We are the co-creators of our destinies. It all lies in our hands. The example is set for us. God created over and over again, not just with imagination, but with words. Because what we think, we speak. No matter if it's verbal or energetic, the vibration is felt. It all begins in the divine mind. It is through the divine mind we have the power to call our power back and rewrite the narratives we tell ourselves and find the validation and unconditional love that exists within us. Once we rise into the knowledge and power that exists within the spiritual savage, which is a term that I termed about a year ago, only then are we prepared to do whatever it takes to break the binds that limit us from reaching our full divine potential. As we are coming to an end, let's take a minute to remind ourselves of some powerful words affirmed just a short while ago. I am connected to the divine source. My mind is open to an awareness of myself. I am aligned with my highest truth. My heart is open to receive the energy of unconditional love. My will and divine will are one. I love all dimensions of myself. My body, my mind, and my spirit are grounded, centered, and pure. I am confident. I am grateful. I belong. And I am enough, just as I am. I am love. I am light. I am that I am. And then just in case nobody told you today, or you did not take the time to do this yourself, you are valuable. You are worthy. Your feelings are validated. And you are loved beyond measure. You are a perfect child of God, created in the image of God, and therefore perfect, just as you are right now in the current version of yourself. Namaste.